So I was reading the Bible today, right? And I realized something, that today's events matches the Bible's events. So like, you know how the Israelites and Exodus or whatever, the Israelites entered a new land, which was Egypt, back when Joseph brought his family over to Egypt because uh, the land over there was like, everything was dying. They had no food or any of that, so he brought his family. It was a long story. You got to read it yourself. It wasn't like a happy thing at first and all of that. You know, he was beefing with them because they sold him and yada yada. You know, but they made up, and he brought his family out there to Egypt to be able to live. And at first, everything was good. Everything was Gucci. You know, everything was nice. But then, as time went on, and the kings changed, so did how they treated them, how they treated the Israelites. So, just like many people into America, the new land, into America, depending on the person in charge, which for us is whoever's running the government, it determines how us foreigners are treated, and everybody's a foreigner, all right? At this point, African American people, even though we were brought out, it don't matter how you got out here. If you aren't a part of the people running the country, you're considered a foreigner. Okay, so I don't care what your skin complexion is, you're a foreigner compared to them. Okay, so once the foreigners starts to outnumber the people running that country, for then it was Egypt, for here is America. They start finding ways to mistreat, overwork, and destroy the foreigners due to fear of a takeover. You feel me? And then the same thing that is happening in this day and age, we are all either distracted, overworked, or being killed literally by the same people who are supposed to protect us, like police officers, doctors, and the government. You feel me? So they stay coming out with some new disease, some new strand of this and some new strand of that. So I put the government a part of this too. Not no good government conspiracy, it's just straight facts. Look at what's been going on. But the weirdest thing is how us foreigners love to turn a blind eye to everything going on because it don't directly affect us. You feel me? We feel we aren't the foreigners. We'll look at somebody else, but that's their problem. Oh, you're getting kicked out the country, that's your problem. Oh, this is going on, that's your problem. Oh, you're being killed by the police, that's your problem. You know, because it don't directly affect that person, so they feel, or the people, so they feel like they shouldn't stand up to the injustice that's going on, that they should mind their business, which unfortunately, if you mind your business long enough, eventually you will be affected by something too. You feel me? Then you too will end up in the shoes of the person that you ignored, maybe not in the same way, but when does too much become, too much? When do people just is gonna start deciding and being like, yo, there really is more of us than there are of them, so why don't we make a stand? Why don't we do something? People be too scared to lose their jobs. People be too scared to lose something. You feel me? They'll think like, oh, not realizing that you're already lost. You're already lost. They got you out here overworked. They got you out here not paying attention to your mental health, losing family members, kids getting sucked into the street life because you're not home enough to be there because you're trying to pay the bills. Or, even with rich people, y'all don't be home enough. Y'all out traveling the world doing things, leaving the kids with the nannies. And the nannies are raising the kids. You feel me? So, like, we are being affected. Everybody. You feel me? In different ways. It don't have to be in this particular situation. It could be another situation, but we all pay the price. Why? Because nobody's bold enough to stand up to the injustice, and then they feel like when someone do, they get killed. Why? Because that person's basically doing it on their own. Like, yeah, you may have a crowd of people, cheering you on and being there, but who else is really standing up? Like, everybody's so scared. Everybody be so scared, but when you have faith in God, what you scared of? When God with you, who could be against you? So, like, it just be sad, you feel me? The fact that people would rather not stand up for something just to allow us all to fall for anything. Like, look at how they keep changing these laws. Look at how they keep telling us what we can and can't do. Look at what you can and can't do with this, what you can and can't do with that. Like, it's not right. You should be able to be in control of your own life. People shouldn't be able to take away your kids or take away your rights as a human just because they feel like it, just because they can toy with you. And nobody does anything. Everybody just sit back like it's okay. Like, oh, well, it don't affect me, so I'm going to keep going. But it do affect you. Like, and if it don't, it will affect you. Because you are a foreigner compared to the people running this country. They don't care about none of us. So just thought that was a food for thought.